don't need no one to say you're complicated. 'Cause I knew from the start this might be overrated. It's so typical, you wanna give it one more try. Even though if your mind's telling you it's all a lie. I gotta wake up, this might be a breakup. 'Cause I don't believe you when you say that you miss me. 'Cause where are your actions to prove me you're different? When I say I need you and you have the direction that's leading away from me, baby. I don't believe you no more. I don't believe you. No, I don't believe you no more. I don't believe you. No, I don't believe you no more. I don't believe you. No, I don't believe you. No, no. One thing I love about you is your dedication. It got me dreaming at the station on my way home. Crazy. It's so exciting. Hi, everyone. I love how you guys are telling us what state you're from. That's so cool. Definitely do that. I want to see all of that. I'm just reading the chat while we're doing this. I've never actually done a Zoom like this where we're doing it as a broadcast. Oh my gosh, look at all these places you guys are from. And I see some beauty guides in here and some new names. It's so great. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for jumping on. My name is Michele Gay. I'm one of the co-founders and co-CEOs of LimeLife by Alcone. I actually am going to do something totally different tonight. I was thinking about how I used to do opportunity calls when we did conference calls, 5 years ago. And I always said to them, we were a startup and, we didn't really know who we were. We were just trying to discover who we were. So it'd always be like, hey, if you want to give this a shot, we'd love to have you. If you think that this might be something that's for you, we'd love to see you here. And I was always very subtle, muted in how I delivered the message, because I was really as a leader, I was in discovery mode of, trying to figure out who LimeLife was, who was I as a leader. I mean, I was running my family's business, and all of a sudden I was running this crazy fast growing direct sales company. So I was ill prepared for leadership. I was ill prepared for almost every aspect of this journey. And so I used to be very tentative when I talked to people. Now, I have a totally different message for you tonight. This is not about if you should join LimeLife. This is about you absolutely need to join LimeLife tonight. This is not about if LimeLife is right for you. It's about actually you have to do LimeLife. I'm being very assertive about this for a couple of reasons. Number one, we're living in a very, very unique, my husband would yell at me, he would say something can't be very unique and only can be unique. We're living in a very unprecedented time. The economy, the culture, community, all of these things that have always been somewhat consistent worldwide is now really uncertain. And the anxiety is real. The anxiety of losing control, a lack of control, it is so real to us. And what we need to do now more than ever is help people unlock their greatness. And that's what we do at LimeLife. I mean, yes, we sell beauty products. We sell the best beauty products, but really what we do here, really what we're very, very good at here is unlocking greatness. And you may see yourself as small. You may see yourself as big and great. We have unlimited potential and unlimited greatness in us. And what we have to continue to do as a community and as a company is reach out to every single person that we can and say, come here, we're going to help you unlock more of your greatness. There's a quote that I'm going to come back to, but the quote is, we're not afraid of our weaknesses. That's not what we're afraid of. We're actually afraid of our greatness. And I believe that to the bottom of my core, we are afraid to unlock our greatness. And what kind of a future is that going to unfold? We know what our life is like right now. And we know if we don't do anything, it will be like this in the future. We call that our default future. You know what your life is like now, and if you don't change course, you're going to know exactly what you're doing. And there's actually comfort for many of us in that knowing, that certainty. Okay, I know this life. But things aren't like that. Your default future is not right there. You may not have this future that's in front of you because of the moment that we're in this time. And so it is imperative that you start taking control of the direction that you want to go in your life, the direction you want your family's life to go in, and really own your greatness. So I'm not being subtle and coy about this. I'm saying you're a leader. You are an exceptional human being. And you may know it, you may not know it. But we need you here in this community to either unlock more of your greatness or help others do the same. I'm going to give you the story of how LimeLife started, and then I'm going to tell you why we're here at this point, why I am so confident that this is the most important. It's not even a drastic change. It's the most important new change that you can make in your life, and how we will help you build success and what success will look like for you. So to start, I was running my family's company. My sister retired, so I took over the reins. This was 2000-ish. And we were trying to figure out what we could do to create more community for makeup artists. Makeup artists are independent contractors. And if this is not the perfect example this time, they are feast or famine. This is a great example of a time when makeup artists are famine for a very long time. And so we didn't want to create, that's our customer base. We didn't want to help create more of that feast or famine culture in this pro makeup artist industry. We wanted to stabilize it. So we thought, okay, how do we do that? How do we help pro makeup artists get sales commission off of the things that they're using on their clients, who then come to Alcone and buy it from us? And so we started looking at that. We said, okay, we want them to earn sales commission. I said, okay, but what if 10,000 people want to do this? How are we going to manage this? We're a small family business. We can't be training people. That's never going to work. We can't answer 10,000 questions. So then we thought, well, what if we started creating leadership pods that we could put them in, and we could pay people to be in leadership, to help train them, to help coach them, to help answer questions. You see where I'm going here? Because we didn't. When you start thinking about it that way, we were building a sales commission and we were building these leadership pods, and all of a sudden we were building a direct sales company. And our first thought was, oh my gosh, no, we cannot do that. We can't build a direct sales company in the pro makeup industry. It's like a very hostile environment for direct sales. We can't do this. So let's go back. Let's put everything we want in this pot and let's remix it and see if the casserole comes out any different. So we went back. Okay, we want them to do sales commissions. We want leadership pods. You know, it'd be great. We want them to be able to do this flexible. They can do this between jobs. They can do this from anywhere. Okay, they can have a portal where they can share their link. Any way we cooked it, we came out with a direct sales company. And finally, we just had to say to ourselves, what are we afraid of? Why do we keep saying no to this when it's so logical? Why do we keep saying no? And the answer is, for many people, a real fear of judgment. That was really the primary reason why we were afraid. We had a fear of judgment by others. But then we said to ourselves, is that who we are? Are we people who will shy away from it when it makes all the sense in the world, when it can actually change this person's life, when it can stabilize their income, when a single mother who's a pro makeup artist can actually have certainty in her salary. Is, you know, how do we say no to that? Because we're afraid? So we just decided, you know what, let's just see how it goes. Let's just put it out there and see how it goes. And it was like someone threw gasoline on a fire. And the next thing we knew, we had these pro makeup artists saying, this is going to be my lifeline. And then we had non-pros coming and saying, I want to do this too. And it was really the start of an electric idea. It really was. And I know it's been done time and time before. There's so many direct sales companies, but for some reason, there was incredible magic in that moment. The other thing I felt is I felt very strongly that there was something bigger than me, bigger than even our sales field, driving what we were doing. I'm a very spiritual person. And I have always felt that there was something very, very profoundly spiritual around our journey. And I was feeling that so strongly when we started. And the other time I have felt that real strong sense of spirituality is now. I have never been more secure, more firm in my purpose of why we started this. Every time I think I've discovered why we're doing this, something bigger presents itself, a bigger purpose. All of us feel it, and I feel it now. I look at what's happening in this world, in North America, and I say to myself, you know what? This is life. This is why we're here. This is why we've worked so hard. This is why we've created this culture, this brand, this community. Is for this moment now. It literally solves so much of what is going on during this really unprecedented time. And it will become the most important change in your life as we move forward into a new normal, into a new commerce, into a new type of economy. This idea of retail being the primary way of shopping, the primary way of connecting with products is becoming more and more archaic with every passing day. So we moved to e-commerce, which is becoming more and more flooded and impersonal, and there's billions of dollars being spent trying to figure out who you are and what products are going to work for you, and delivering that message to you directly through text message, email, social media ads, what have you. It's a flooded world. And then here, shining bright for women who want to buy products that are right for them, who want to be part of a brand that actually cares about them. Right there, that bright light is LimeLife and the direct sales community. You know, I can only speak to LimeLife right now, so that's where I'm going to focus, but I do want you to know that I have a tremendous amount of respect for this business model. It cares about women. It cares about making sure that they're only getting what they need and they're getting the right things for them. It cares about how they feel. It cares about their confidence. It cares about their family, their future. It really does matter to us who you are, what your goals are, because we want to help you get there. Your happiness, your goals, your family, your health, it all matters to us. It really, really does. And when you think about that at this time, this is what we need to be doing more of. This is why our community has to grow. We have got to bring more and more people into this community, because for many women, this company has been an absolute lifeline. And I'm not saying that you have to come here and make tens, tens and tens upon tens of $1,000s each month in commission, although that's possible. But even just making a couple of $100s a month, but being part of a community, being part of something bigger, unlocking your greatness. Now that is how you are going to change your life. It's not in these big things. It's not in these like top 0.02% earnings. It's in really what you're going to enter into and the path and the journey you're going to take to that. We always say this, that the journey is the joy. It is. It is, because what you learn about yourself along the way and the people you influence and impact along the way, the stumbles, the falls, the dustings up, dusting yourself up and getting back up. That is exactly why you need this. It's not about coming in and being an immediate success. It's coming in and really striving to unlock your greatness. And guess what, guys? Sometimes unlocking your greatness means that you've got to fail. Sometimes unlocking your greatness means that you've got to face judgment of other people and brush it off. Sometimes unlocking your greatness is hitting a wall over and over and over again and saying, there has to be an opening in this wall and I'm going to find it. Because when you do, when you find that opening in the wall through creativity and help of your community, you are going to feel like $1 million when you walk on the other side of that. These things matter. And what that $1 million feeling translates like for your family, for any endeavor you're doing, for how you move forward in your inspired life instead of your default life, makes all the difference in the world. So yes, that is who we are. At the heart of it, that is who we are. So how does this whole thing work? How does this work? Honestly, it's a different journey for every single person. It really depends on where you are. And if you're sitting there and you're saying to yourself, well, I don't have the right network, or I don't have the right hair. Here I am, my hair is a mess today. I'm like, girl, you're with me then if you don't have the right hair. I don't have the right, confidence. I don't know how to sell. All of these excuses and doubts, if you're thinking even one of them, then you absolutely have to join tonight. Because that doubt, those excuses are actually bleeding into everything you do in your life, your relationships, all your goals, all your potential earnings. It's seeping through like a poison. So if you're sitting there with any doubts, you have to actually join tonight. Tonight is the night where you start taking control of your confidence. You start taking control of your worth, and you start to unlock your greatness. I guarantee you that your team, your sponsor, your sideline sisters, leaders across LimeLife, the most collaborative, radically collaborative direct sales company in the world. I'm convinced of that. And I think other CEOs would probably label us that too. This radical collaborative community will be there for you. They will make sure that you are successful. So what is success? Success isn't just in a paycheck, although that's great. We have one of the highest paying compensation plans in direct sales. So we give away about half of every dollar goes back to the sales field. That's incredibly high. Most companies are around 1/4 on the dollar sold goes back into commissions. We're half the dollar. So we do about 2 times in payout. And the reason for that is I am a mom, I am a friend, I am a sister, I am part of a family business. My goal here, I'm not looking to be on the cover of Forbes. I have no interest in that. My goal here is not for me personally and my siblings to get wealthy from this. My goal here is for you to start earning for yourself and for your family. I am incredibly proud of how much we pay out in commission every year. Incredibly proud of that. It's life-changing money. It's economy-changing money. And I love that more than any other aspect of this. And those of you who know me know that female financial empowerment is at the heart of what I care about personally so passionately. If we can start getting money into the pockets of more women, we will change the world. It's all the data points to that. When women have discretion of their own money, they invest it in their families, they invested in their communities, they invested in education, they've invested in solving food scarcity, they invested in peaceful endeavors. When we control the purse strings, we control a more positive culture. And that is what I care about so, so passionately. So when we talk about this, I really want to talk about profitability, because you coming into LimeLife and getting profitable is one marker of success. And right now, this January, we're doing something we've never done before, where you can join for $21. That's it. We've never, ever done that before. You get a link and you can start selling and building a team right away. When you join for $21, you can also add little things onto your kit at an incredibly discounted rate. So if you want to join, but you want a few things here and there to showcase or to use for yourself, you can add those on at the time of join. You can also go with one of our other starter kits, because you get these products at almost 50% off. Like, why wouldn't you do that? You can either use them for yourself, use them to promote things, which is what I would do if I were joining. You can even take some of those items and sell them to your customers at the retail cost and start earning back your kit. But it's very important that we actually start getting you profitable right away. You know, this is not a community that wants you to come in here and create a culture where you guys are the customers. You guys are entrepreneurs, you're business owners. You have a customer base, you build a customer base. You have a real asset when you come to LimeLife. This is not a community of discounted customers. This is a community of women that work. So this is the other thing. If you think you want to come here and you want to join just to get the discount, that's not the game we play here. And here's why I'm saying this to you. I don't want you to come to LimeLife and try it. I don't want you to come to LimeLife and see how it goes. I want you to come to LimeLife and give it everything you have. Give it everything you have for the next 90 days. Let us show you how much you have inside of you. Because if you sit there and a day goes by, another day goes by, another day goes by, you're cheating yourself. It's like you have this gold mine inside of you and you refuse to dig. So when you come here, be prepared to pick up that shovel, because you're going to dig. And we're going to make sure you hit gold. Okay? So that's one marker of success, right? The next marker of success, helping women feel better about themselves. One of the reasons why I love and I feel very blessed that our products are exceptional natural skincare and professional makeup. I love our products because they work almost instantly. They change the way women see themselves. I mean, if you're having a bad day, do your makeup. It matters. When you're feeling bad, put a mask on. It changes the way you feel. When you wake up in the morning and your skin is more youthful, like, you feel better about yourself. When I'm not feeling great and I put on a red lip, watch out, world, because I'm like coming for you. So that's another marker of success, is once your friends and family and you start building a bigger customer base, start using these products, you are going to get constant feedback about how much they love it. You are. It's why we have such a high rate of return customers. Even when beauty guides stop working their business, their customers still shop from us because they love the products, because they work. They're proven. So that's another marker of success. Another marker is helping women unlock their worth, helping them see that they're more than when they walked in the door. Leadership here, encouragement here, and community here is one of the most empowering, heartfelt, joyful things about being part of LimeLife. It's fun. We have a game night happening tomorrow night. It's caring. You know, we support each other. One of our beauty guides, bless her, right before Thanksgiving, I think it was, her house burned to the ground, and all these beauty guides rallied together and raised money for her and sent her supplies. Like, we do that here. We really care about each other here. You know, so that's another piece of this, especially in this time, how it's so important. And when you start understanding that you matter, when you plug into a community and you start lighting it up along with everyone else, it's an amazing feeling. And that is a huge measure of success, huge measure of success. But probably the biggest measure of success is how you actually start living your life so differently, with more confidence, more brazen decision-making, more love, more compassion, less anxiety, less fear, less depression. That's one of the biggest markers of success from our LimeLife community. And when you start doing that and changing your life, and you start changing your family's life, and my daughters will never be the same, because this community has changed me so fundamentally that I was actually able to elevate them and who they are. My daughter wrote her college essay about watching this community grow, not even about me, watching the beauty guides grow. That was her college essay. I read it and I was absolutely blown away. And it was about the Brighter Together Foundation. It was about this leadership summit we went to in Guatemala, where we linked arms with leaders in Guatemala, female leaders, and we learned from them and they learned from us. So that's probably the most prominent and amazing marker of success. So when I think about this, when I think about the fact that, yes, you're going to make money. Yes, you're going to help your customers feel more confident, more beautiful, more calm. You're going to engage in a community where you matter. Your actions, your coaching, your caring, it all will matter. And then finally, the way you elevate yourself, it's going to change everything for you. It's going to change literally everything for you. And so right now in this time, you need this. And you cannot let your fear stop you from gaining those 4 things in your life, putting those 4 fundamental purposes in your life. You have to use this amazing opportunity in front of you to not only unlock your greatness, but bring more purpose to your life. So no, I'm not coming in here and saying, let's see if LimeLife's for you. I'm coming in here and saying, tonight is the night where you make a decision to totally change everything for you. Tonight is the night where you don't say, I'm afraid of my weaknesses. I'm afraid of my greatest strengths. You say, I'm leaning into my weaknesses and I'm leaning into my greatest strengths. And as a result of that, I'm going to come out a completely changed person. That's what's going to happen if you make the very, very easy but crucial decision to join LimeLife. So I am very blessed today to have 2 beauty guides with me who have just been incredibly inspirational to me, to so many other women in LimeLife. One has been here a very long time, since the beginning. She's one of our original founding beauty guides, and she is also an ambassador of LimeLife. Her name is Karen McGowan, and the other is fairly new, maybe a couple of years. And she has just been an absolute spitfire. I get texts from her all the time, and she is just like lights up my phone, and that is Destiny Sadler. So welcome, Karen and Destiny.
Hi, Michelle. Hi, everyone.
Hi. So Karen, why don't you start by telling us who you are and about LimeLife and all the things that you think are important for people to hear about this.
Oh my gosh, Michelle, how long do we have? Did you say it's only an hour call? I've been here for really since the very beginning. I think I was the 10th person to sign up. I really honestly didn't know what I was signing up for. I'm a makeup artist. I own my own business. Makeup and making people feel good has been my total life and my purpose. And I knew what my purpose was as a very young girl. And I've always felt very blessed that I knew the direction of my life. And so using Alcone products was really the staple products that were in my kit. I've done film and I've done TV and I've gone to school in New York City. And anybody that you know in New York City will certainly tell you, you go to the Alcone store to buy your products. And the Alcone store is still there. And that's kind of fun and exciting because that's really where all this has started. And so I already knew the products were amazing. I trusted the brand. I also loved the people in the store. Anytime I had a job that I was working, I could call the store and say, hey, I have this problem, and they would be right there to help me. So I knew that it was, the family was a good family because they also were hiring good staff that really took care of me. So I trusted the brand, and I already had used the product. So when I was asked, do you want to sell these products to your customers, it was really like, of course, why wouldn't I? At that time, I didn't know what life was going to happen in my future, right? It was just, hey, that makes sense. And I think I can definitely sell these products because people are always saying, hey, when I would do their makeup, can you do this? Can I duplicate this look? So I thought, okay, definitely a good decision. Again, I didn't know what I was doing. I had no experience in direct sales. Honestly, if they would have said, hey, this is direct sales, I would have been like, no, I'm out. Like, that's not me. I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. Right. So, long story short, we have from that point, life has happened. And if it wasn't for my LimeLife business and my LimeLife culture of friends, and they're not even friends anymore, they are family. They are seriously I'm closer with some of these people than my own family. And if it wasn't for LimeLife, I don't know what I would do. And that is what I always tell people that they need to think of. When right now in the situation you are, you might need more of something. You might not. Maybe you're really content, but you do not know what is in the future and what is tomorrow. So when I joined LimeLife, I didn't know my husband was going to lose his job. All of a sudden, we were down to one income, my income. Where was I going to go to make more money? But also, I had a family to take care of. So where was I going to go to bring more money into my house? I tapped into my LimeLife business. That was one thing that happened in my life. The second thing that happened into my life just recently was COVID. I'm a makeup artist and I have a business. No one during COVID wants me around them. So I have lost so much of my business, my in-person business. How would I have paid my bills? How would I have gotten through to this point if it wasn't for my LimeLife business? Because you can always tap into the LimeLife business to make the money that you need. The other thing that happened to me, which was definitely, a life-changing experience, was I had cancer in the beginning of this year. Again, you don't know what's around the corner for you. You really don't. And at that time, I thought to myself, okay, now it's going to be difficult for me to work, right? It's going to be really difficult to make an income. I can't leave my house. I'm going to have a hard time. I'm going to have things that I need to devote my time to, and I'm not going to be able to be 100% my LimeLife business. You know what happened for me, which is such a blessing. Again, this is a community of women that help and love each other, and we support each other till the end. What I did was I turned around to my team that I had built, and I turned around to my girls and said, this is what's going on in my life. I need your help. Immediately, they were like, I have your back. You do what you need to do. You take care of yourself. We're going to take care of this team. They stepped in. For 5 years now, I've been trying to get to lead director in this company, which is an executive position. They stepped in, they did what they needed to do. And then just the other month, I got lead director. So there was so many blessings in this story. But the main thing is, right now, everything might seem really good, or maybe it doesn't seem good in your life. Maybe you do need financial or just freedom or friends or just happiness and connection with women. I'm also one of the Brighter Together coordinators. And that's one thing that we've branched out. We already have a community here at LimeLife with all of us beauty guides. but we've even created more community, more time to connect and share through our Brighter Together chapters. And so when you think about it, you don't know what you need more of, but you always are looking for something more, and life happens. So you have to be smart and prepare yourself. You can't wait for something to happen. You need to take the plan and the initiative to set yourself up for success, financial success, and just empowerment. Empower yourself, depend on yourself. This way, you're self-sufficient. If life happens, you're like, I got it. I got some money in the bank. I have established a career. I have a group, a community of women that are there to help and support me. I'm filled. My cup is filled. Did I think that LimeLife was going to head me in this direction? Absolutely not. With LimeLife, some of the opportunities, I've got to travel more than I've ever traveled in my whole life. When Michele says, she sees our greatness, she unlocks our greatness, that was it from the very beginning. It was like, we see your greatness. I always had the doubt. You're always going to have the doubt in yourself. I'm not ready. I don't think I can do it. But they were there saying, no, you got it. You're on stage next month. You're going to speak at our Palooza convention, and then all of a sudden I'm on stage speaking, talking about empowerment. It's like sometimes people see it in you and you don't see it in yourself. But like I said, when you have a group of women, they pull you up to the level of greatness and bring out that greatness in you. I also just recently got a team in Australia. So exciting. That was on my dream board. I had Australia on my dream board. I had no idea how I would ever get to Australia, how I would have a team. I'm a makeup artist. I have a small little business. LimeLife gave me that opportunity. So I can speak forever on what LimeLife has done for my life, also for my children. Michele was talking about how it changed her daughter's life. It certainly has changed my family's life in so many ways. And the most important thing is my children are proud of me because I did something. I challenged myself. I did something that was really totally out of the norm. I had trust in the process. I believed that surrounding myself with good people was going to help to get me there, and it really did. It really, has just been one of those experiences that has changed my whole life. So if you're sitting there and you're like, I'm not sure if this is for me, like Michele said, it's for everyone. It's for everyone. I have so many people on my team. Some people are part-time, some people are full-time, some people are just our cheerleaders, and we give them awards just for cheering on the team. They sell, but they're not our largest sellers. Everyone is welcome. Everyone is important, and everyone matters. So I hope that you're going to consider joining us. We love new beauty guides, and I'm one of the ambassadors. So I help with a lot of the education here. And if you have questions or problems, you can always come to me. I also specialize in skincare. So anything you might need, questions that you have, I'm always here to help. So thanks, Michele. Thanks for asking me.
No, I love it. I love it. I always love hearing you talk about this. I just want to correct something in the chat because I think there's a little confusion. Our beautiful beauty guide, Kelly Truelove, lost her husband, and she's working on how she lost her husband, her very young husband, and how important this was for her to have her LimeLife community. But she is under Jenny Evans's link. So everyone is like shocked by this news. But I think Kelly's trying to type that, no, this is Kelly Truelove. So I just wanted to make that correction on there. And yes, condolences to Kelly. That is just so tragic, really, truly. And I'm so glad you have this community who really does care about you and is there to support you in any way that we can. So thank you for that, Karen. Thank you for talking about that. I mean, I think Kelly's agreed, she's commenting on your point that you just don't know what's around the corner. And part of the reason I'm so passionate about female financial empowerment is because we have to create that security for ourselves. We have to create that security for ourselves and for our family. We are riddled with anxiety as a species, and we have to actually change the conversation and start taking back that power, and we'll start to see some of that anxiety dissipate. So thank you for sharing all of that with us. And we're so glad that you're healthy and recovering and had such a great, incredible positive attitude and were such an inspiration to us all when you got thrown your health curveball. Next up is Destiny. So Destiny Sadler.
Yeah.
Yes. And nobody knows how to rock emojis in my text messaging more than Destiny. I mean, it's like balloons, champagne, fireworks, all of it. I'm like, oh, Destiny's texting me. It's just emojis, just woo! It's an explosion on my phone. So I was able to actually follow Destiny's journey from Beauty Guide, like Karen's, from Beauty Guide to this amazing ride she is on with so many incredible women on her team. And really just got a front row seat to that. So I would love for you to speak about your experience, Destiny.
Yes, hello. I am Destiny Sadler. I am super excited just to be on this call with so many amazing people that are just interested in this opportunity. Like Michele said, like right now is the time, because I'll give you a little snippet of like my background. I'm originally from Houston, Texas, and so I was a teacher for 9 years, and then I became an educational consultant where I traveled the country, which is pretty unheard of in education. It was like legit my dream job. So I was like going into these schools and helping out all the things. And you have these big, dreams in your head. So I got married and I started having kids, and it's like, work. So how are you going to keep traveling and doing all this stuff and toting a little baby and all the things that come with kids around to all these different schools? So I was like, you know what, right now we'll just, go ahead and you can stay home with the kids. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do, right? Like that's me. I'm a mom. I need to be here. And then I got into that role and I was like, what in the world is going on right now? Like this is what I've dreamed of though, right? Like having a family and having kids, like this is what I'm supposed to do. But there's gotta be something else out there for me other than cleaning up and taking care of these kids. So I tried to start my own educational consulting business, and that worked. But again, I had to find a sitter. I had to figure out, have David, my husband, watch the kids while I went to these schools. And I was like, oh, this is kind of going slow. And then I saw this woman putting on mascara. I was just like, oh, let me just grab that and see how it works. Then I went on the website and I was like, oh, the ingredients in the skincare? No, let me sign up for that and see how it goes. And so I got my kit and I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna push that live button and tell people. If y'all saw my first live video, y'all would be like, oh my goodness. I was like, wait, people are jumping on. Hi. I haven't seen you in forever. Hello. It was crazy. And it's in whatever, like what Karen was saying, what Michele was saying, you never know what's going to come up, because I signed up and never in a million years did I think that I would love this. But the cool thing about it is, and I think it was like an aha moment, everything in my life has prepared me for this particular moment. Something I never saw. This is not something you write down on your dream board. Sign up for LimeLife and have so much fun empowering the world. Like that's not what you sign up in life to do. But it's crazy how when God opens doors and you actually step into it and you allow yourself to be present and to be used, it is the most remarkable feeling. And we've been here, and I say we as our team, what's up YSTBU, and ever evolving. So when we came to this, we did not know that this is where we were going to be and how many incredible women we would introduce and bring in to our team. And so I know a lot of you are on this call and you're just like, well, I just don't know. You don't have to be a salesperson. We don't even encourage that. Like, we don't want you to be a salesperson. I was just talking to somebody. And so I was like, it's not like we're like, hey, sell 50 eyeshadows for the week, ready and go. I was like, wait, what? I don't even use the eyeshadow. No, that's what we're doing. That's our goal. Share 50. No, sell 50. We're like, that's not what we do. You share what you love, y'all. Like, it can be LimeLife. If it's another makeup that you love as far as foundation or whatever the case may be, share it. We want you to be genuinely who you are. And in this space and what we're building with this community, the part that speaks to my heart the most is the fact that regardless of what you look like, if you are a woman of color or not, you are going to be able to shine here with us. You are going to be able to feel supported with us. And if you have an issue, honey, you talk or send an email to Michele or Madison. She is honestly, I remember, and Michele, I don't know if you remember this, but when I first started, I just had Daniel and I sent you an email about something and I was talking about my kids. And when you sent it back and another interaction we had, we were like, so how's the baby? And I was like, oh, you remember my child? The CEO of this company remembers my kid? Like, it was just incredible for me. And I had questions. I came in and was like, hey, Michele, what's going on with this right here? And I was like, wait, she emailed me back. Like, that's pretty amazing. So you're a part of what we're creating and what we're building here. And it's not, and we all say it's way bigger than skincare and makeup. I know you're going to hear lots of us say that, but it truly is. Like, whatever your goal is, whatever you see yourself, think about how LimeLife and what we are creating here will help you get you there. So it's not just LimeLife, right? It's not just the lip gloss or whatever. It's about how can you come along and partner with us to live your most inspired future. And that right in itself just gets me excited all the time, because that's it. Like, that is what this is about. You want women, all the beauty guys that are on here can share so many stories about what has been thrown in their life back after back after back, and how LimeLife has come in and is like, you know what? This is why I started this. And a lot of us never imagined we would be here, right? Like Michele said, she's like, I didn't think it was going to get to this. But how amazing is it to be a part of something that organically came and is from a place of integrity and truth, and is allowing our lights to shine here, especially with everything going on right now. I mean, it just doesn't get any better than that.
I love it. Because I mean, this is why, Destiny, you can feel her emoji talk. And you know, it's funny because when I talked to Destiny on the phone at one point, and was just sort of saying, hey, what are your goals? She was looking for a new team, a new sponsor. And she said, oh, no, I'm gonna be huge here. Like, I know what I'm doing. I just need to find the right team to join. And she definitely did. I mean, because they have been working with each other forever and ever. You know, just bouncing those amazing energy and the complementary strategies off of each other. So it's been really fun to watch Destiny's journey, for sure. Thank you for that, Destiny. Appreciate that. So, you know, the thing I want to end on is really about, you know, where are we going sort of as a brand? You know, what's our next step? So Dawn, I'll probably take the last part of this, and then, you know, Karen and Destiny can chime in here. I don't know if you want to switch the spotlight, but I don't, or Destiny can just keep nodding and chiming in too. Anyway, I think when we think about what we've done, you know, I never in a million years thought that we would become part of a community, a direct sales community where we mattered. I thought when we did this, we would always sort of stay this small, intimate, family-centric brand. And then what happened is the sales field just started unlocking their greatness in an unprecedented time. And they were just going for it and going for it. And it was really incredible to watch how quickly we grew. And before we knew it, within 4 years, we were in the top 100 global direct sales companies in the world. That blew my mind. I wasn't even looking on that list. I didn't even know that list existed until I saw, oh my God, if I compare our annual sales, we're 87th on that list after only 4 years. Well, here after 5 years, we went from 87 to 50 in 1 year. We jumped from that ranking of 87 to 50. So it just gives you some context for how fast this brand is growing. And it's growing with, you know, absolute integrity, because we don't rush things and we don't force things on people. And our customers really love the products that they use. So our business is strong. The foundation of the business is absolutely strong. But this is going to become $1 billion brand. And we're only 10% of the way there. And it's going to be $1 billion brand, in my opinion, in the next 5 years. So if you think that you're joining a direct sales, you know, company is not a real career, how many people do you know are going to be part of a company or an organization that's going to go from $100 million annual sales, we're plus 100 million annual sales, to $1 billion in 5 years and be part of that growth? Be able to actually step into leadership and say, hey, I'm going to raise my hand like Destiny's did. I'm going to raise my hand and I'm actually going to be a top leader here, making that goal a reality. And I don't think about that as $1 billion brand because, again, I don't want to be on the cover of Forbes magazine or anything like that. I want to be $1 billion brand because when we become $1 billion brand, we're going to be actually distributing over $500 million in commission worldwide into the pockets of women. That's huge. That's incredibly important. You know, when we become $1 billion brand, that's what we're going to be doing. When we become $1 billion brand, we're going to be working with over 100,000 beauty guides, helping them unlock their greatness. That's the impact we're going to be having. So is this a real career? It is. It's the new career, in fact. It's the new way that e-commerce is going to work. And you want to be on the top of that wave. And this wave of LimeLife is a very big wave. We are moving in an incredibly positive, empowering direction. And it's just getting bigger. The swell is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And we need you. We need your leadership. We need your talents. We need your greatness to help make that happen. Because if we all come together and we light each other up, we are going to change the world. We are going to change the world. So I invite you all, if you haven't done so already, I saw so many people putting in here that they joined today. If you haven't done it, talk to the person who invited you here, go to their link, join LimeLife, don't overthink this, and just start unlocking your greatness. That's it. And I'm telling you right now, it's going to change everything. We call it the unfolding. You're just going to click the button and watch the unfolding happen. Little by little, you're going to get your first customer. You're going to get your first positive review. You're just going to keep unfolding this business in front of you until all of a sudden, the next thing you know, everything in your life starts to elevate. And that's what we want you to do. So thank you to all of you who have joined on this call. Thank you to Karen and Destiny. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much to all the beauty guides who are out there every single day, just wanting to change your life and change everyone else around you's life to be better, to be more loving, to be happier. That's what we're here for. That's what it means to be a beauty guide, to guide people to their best life, their best future. So thank you again for being here. Bye, everybody.
All right, Michele, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.